Hey y'all, Oklahoma, stand up. Shout out to everybody in Oklahoma on this one. D plus. No matter what the world say about me, black and white, that's the way the world sees. No matter what people say and believe.
All right, welcome to another episode of Touch a Nerve with DJ Crenshaw, King Swerve, and we got a special guest tonight.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
So, we had a little contest, and of course we had the winner, which is DHILL, with the episode that he came up with the best topic that he won the episode with the contest winner.
Yeah. What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm alright. Chilling.
It's chilling?
Slow motion, baby. Slow motion.
Yeah.
That's it.
So tonight we're going to talk about old habits and tendencies that may hinder one's future. So, you want to start out with that?
What's up? You want me to start off?
Them habits, man. Talk
Them
about them
habits.
habits that can hinder you from growing.
Habits.
Okay, let's talk about old habits. You know what I'm saying?
Because I know we right around the same age group, right?
Yeah. I'm 32.
32. Mm-hmm. So I'm the OG on the panel today.
Big on over here.
Triple OG, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of evolution has happened.
Yeah.
You know, since my time to you guys' time. Mm-hmm. You know, and I'm gonna tell you now, my age group, we blame a lot on technology and access. Because a lot of things that I grew up with, we rarely ever saw. Because we live what I like to call a real life. Mm-hmm. It wasn't all this technology, Facebook, all these social media sites to where you could follow, different lifestyles and views and all of that. You pretty much was raised in the view for the rest of your life, what you was going to view.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now you have all these different views at a very young age. So I feel like that has a lot to do with the influence on today, tomorrow, the future, all of that.
Okay. Hey, chill. I can totally understand that, man. Especially just what you know what I'm saying, like you say, in IT profession, they call it the digital divide. And you know, it's a time where, you know what I'm saying, like the older elders, you know what I'm saying, got introduced to something new, but they wasn't for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's like a man coming to buy your land and he trying to buy everybody on the block. Everybody gonna run his ass off. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. So I know exactly what you're talking about. That has a big play. You know what I'm saying? On, you know what I'm saying, how it's influenced in the future. You know what I'm saying? It's a now. Heck yeah. I can understand that.
So who would you say has been your biggest influence on your growth lately?
Shoot, on my growth? Man, there's an old man I know. His name Roger Roof, man. Hey, he helped me out. He opened my eyes to a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? He told me how to take one's habits or you know what I'm saying, or cycles, you know what I'm saying, the routines, and taught me how to identify when you're going astray, when you're going amok. Because his principles was be rightly connected to you, God, and others. That was his standing point. You must be rightly and relationally connected to you, yourself, and God. Yourself, others, and God. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he played a major role, you know what I'm saying, on, you know, just like as far as, you know what I'm saying, how to help me, you know, alter my old habits to better my future. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, he helped me a lot.
Why is it not like that anymore, though? You noticed growing up, we always had someone that would pull us to the side.
Yeah.
If you wanted to learn how to weld, even if you didn't want to know how to weld, somebody was going to pull you to the side and be like, look here, son, let me show you how to change this oil right quick.
Yeah.
But it seemed like, I noticed now as we grow older, everything is being coveted and armored to where, okay, I learned how to weld, I'm going to put my family on. I'm going to put my homeboys on. We going to eat. And it's like everything that we were taught growing up, it's like now you got to go to school for it. Now you got to pay somebody to teach you. Like all that access is being guarded. And it's like we forget that the way of life was always because we lived it as a whole. I'm gonna do well because DHILL's gonna do well because DHILL is down there making peas. I'm up here growing cabbage. We both selling our stuff to the market.
Yeah.
So if we both together bring our stuff at a certain rate, we're both gonna eat. But it's like now it's like, well, I'm gonna have the best peas, and we ain't worried about the cabbage over there because we making peas. It's like everybody starts to an extent, compete and to covet and keep all the information resources. Like, why is it like that today? I feel like that's a big reason that a lot of demographics are held back. Some are progressing because of the ability and the willingness to coincide.
You know, a big factor on what I feel you saying, a big factor that plays in what you just said on the reason why that is happening this time and age is time. And the reason why I say time is because people trade time for money every single day. Now, you have to understand, this is how we live out here. We trade our time to go get our money. And the thing about it is now they're wanting more time. And now it's not to the point that they're wanting more time. It's the point that they're demanding more time because it is mandatory now. Because you have to understand, this has a whole big play. You know what I'm saying? It all starts at the top. You know what I'm saying? Shit run downhill. You know what I'm saying? So if they need money up top, we got to produce more time. If we have to produce more time, we have less time to give to our families. If we have less time to give to our families, they have less lessons to be taught. Therefore, if you do this cycle within 1 or 2 generations, well, guess what? Time has just defeated your whole family. Now you're already behind in time.
That's a great point that I've never
So literally, we're behind in time.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. Like, literally, we thought we were progressing, but we're not progressing. I mean, just look at the PlayStation. What is the PlayStation 4 if not the same thing as the PlayStation 3? Yeah. With a different look. What is the Xbox without the Xbox One? You know what I'm saying? I never
really thought about it, but just you think of China and how advanced they are. And most of their advancements because they're sharing as a whole and working together as a community to advance everyone.
Yeah.
I never thought of it like that. That's a great point,
man.
It's a great point.
We in the realm of time, and time is everything. It is out here. That's why I tell people, you got to pay me. Why? Not because of my money. It's not about the worth. It's about my time. My time is the most valuable thing here. And if I got to sit down with you and do this and do that, well, you are paying for the most valuable thing that I have. My attention span is all over the place. I'm a thinker. I'm a creator. I'm an imaginer. I have dreams. I have aspirations. So my mind is all over the place. But once I focus my time and energy on something, that is when you are fully getting the authentic point of me. Why? Because I'm giving you the most valuable thing I have, which is my time. And that's what people in this diamond age are overlooking. You know what I'm saying? They're saying, oh, like your homie dog, you'd be like, hey man, listen, hey, I gotta stay in the house and work on this paper for school. Man, nigga, come on, Drake, what you talking about? Yep. You know what I'm saying? Yep. You see that right there? What happened? He didn't respect your time. He didn't think your time was as valuable as you did. And so, therefore you let him, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's a big thing. It's like dominoes, man. Once you hit one, it hit everything.
So you feel like, for the most part, people start to chase instant gratification.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Listen, instant gratification is killing everybody.
A lot.
It's killing me.
Every day.
Bro, it's killing me. I'm trying to tell you right now, listen, be honest with you. If someone said a hamburger right here, and they said, listen, you got this hamburger here right now, or I can give you this hamburger tomorrow at lunch if you may need it. The average person gonna say, what the fuck I'm worried about tomorrow for?
Yeah. That's true.
I got a burger in front of me. Instant gratification happens all the time. Straight up, when I call somebody, if they don't answer, shit.
Why ain't you answer?
See,
and I know you can definitely feel this.
What's up?
Being a talented young man. Someone that has a lot of talent, sometimes I feel like I should move further because of my talents. Not realizing that you got to put work behind that talent. You got to have dedication behind that talent. Just because you're extremely talented doesn't move you forward. But we have a generation that feel like all I need is that one hit. All I need is that one viral video that'll catapult me to the top.
But come on, man, you can't fault them that. We in America, bro. We lazy as shit over here. We don't.
So has that become the American way?
Nah, I can't go against the American way because I can only go against my perception of what the American way is. So I can only always see one, and that's just what behind my eyes. No matter if I agree with what you say, I can only agree to what you see. That I can't be what you see. I can't be what you be. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's a big thing with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you were talking about how, you know what I'm saying, how people have this big illusion or something like that, you know, I feel that the most. And let me tell you something. Listen, people, where I go, people say, your music is this, your music is that. Listen, I didn't get affirmations when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? My mother didn't tell me, good job, son, you're done great. She didn't say nothing like that. We grew up rough and tough, so when people say that, I have to adjust.
Right.
And because I don't smile as much as you should, you may get a different outlook because I didn't give you that instant gratification of you come and get the time, but at the same time, it's different for me. You know what I'm saying? Like people get this outlook, like they'll say DHILL music, oh man, you moving, bro. You doing something. You know what I'm saying? But what's behind the scenes? What's behind the scenes is sometimes I stay up till 3, 4 o'clock out there on the road driving. You know what I'm saying? While everybody's asleep, I'm sitting there trying to get money in. While everybody's doing something 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm sitting there trying to write a song. You know what I'm saying? Girls in there sleeping, dogs chilling. Nobody's up but me sitting in the chair with headphones on. You know what I'm saying? It's not so much about when you get there. It's all about how you got there, because when you get there, the only thing they want to hear about is how you got here. That is the only thing they want to hear about. Oh, we love your music. So what were you doing back then? That's the only thing they want to hear about is the journey, because they know you made it, so they know you put in the work. Now the question is, do you need their approval? Is the question. Because me personally, I'm not looking for anybody's approval. You know why? Because listen, I'm gonna live, I'm gonna die just like everybody else. The only thing I want to do is create music with love in it, with soul in it. Not going around saying to the next person, go pop your vagina, go pop your prick, go do all this crazy stuff out in front.
Yeah.
Because that's what's influencing the youth. Everybody is sitting around here when a car, and I'm guilty of this too. When kids is in the car, sometimes I listen to Young Dog. They see me rocking. They feel the vibe, they feel the energy that I'm bringing off. So they enjoy it, they smile, they mimic that because they feel that energy that you're producing off. Now they're what? They're Dolph fans. Now your children are Dolph fans. But what is Dolph talking about? I fucks with Dolph though. Hey, we gonna run 100 shots. You know what I'm saying? This is what he's talking about, but he's speaking about his lifestyle in Memphis. We get too far into wanting to be like who we idolize that we forget that our environment that we are in was not the environment that our person was in.
Check this out, even more so. You just hit a great point. Where I'm from, and I know you can do this just about anywhere. When I go home, I know I'm home just by how everybody's dressed. When the new Jordans come out, everybody gonna have these same Jordans at the function. If you ain't got them, you're lame. You know, and it's like we, to a certain extent, fall enslaved to our peers. To be the difference, to differentiate is almost to be like lame. You get called out for that.
That is true.
And you end up being a slave to, oh, now I gotta like this person's picture because if I don't like them, they're gonna think I'm acting funny and blah, 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 blah. And it's like people astray from the way life's supposed to be, how it was. We did an experiment the other day. And I don't even want to call it an experiment. It's just that we realized as adults, as men, this is a moment that should be lived and not recorded, reciprocated, all of that.
Friday night, yeah.
And man, like just how I was talking about social media, and like it was one of them moments that, man, everybody would have had their phone out because everybody else had their phone out. And it was one of those moments I was just like, man, I just want to sit back, smile, absorb it all. I don't want no pictures. And I mean, it's one of those that like, man, it's one of them, if you tell somebody, they're not going to believe it. So let me take a picture of this.
Yeah.
But it's just like, man, this is real life. I want to enjoy it. I don't even want to waste time and miss nothing pulling my phone out. Because while I'm recording, I done missed all this over here. Yeah. I looked at this man, both his phones sitting on the table. Everybody else like this. A couple of people that was with us, phones down. We all absorbing, living life. You know what I'm saying?
But you see the time change though. You see, but you can see.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
But once you notify that time change, you have to notify that right there. Once you can see the plot, the plan, that's the biggest part of it. It's just identifying the plot and plan behind everything.
It's just you see a lot of things that go viral, a lot of things that's followed and liked the most. I see a lot of people talk down on it in private.
Listen, I got something to say. I can't believe that damn Hawk Tour got famous. I've been sitting out here sweating up on stage. I'm sitting here singing like Muddy Waters back in the day, sweat dripping. And Hawk Tour got 1 million views because she say she want to do something nasty? No, baby. No, man. No, shawty, no, we come from.
That's the exact point I'm talking about.
I feel you. I feel you there.
And it's no disrespect to her. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
No, like, no disrespect. She a cute girl.
What she doing?
She knew what she was doing. No nasty.
But at the same time, you got stuff like that people will follow simply because it's popular.
I'm trying to find me a Hawk Tour. Hey, I want you to get famous so we can make some music. Just put me back to play the music. Shit. Dude, you know what I'm saying? Put me to play the music. I just want to play in the background. Doom, 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 doom.
Hey,
I'll Hawk Tour. Hey, I don't care. Whatever we can do to get it. Hey, listen, I'm just saying, I got family just like everybody else, man. Listen, my family living rough sometimes. We living rough sometimes. You know what I'm saying? We ain't living too rough now because we got food like we got ties to the king. You know what I'm saying? We got unlimited amount of food. Look, you couldn't tell us we was broke back in the day. Food in the fridge and everything. You know what I'm saying?
You looking for a sugar mama?
Hey, listen, boy. Look, sugar mama, boy.
I'm investing with you.
Doing this here.
I don't want to get in trouble now.
Hey. If you got some money, honey. Look, hey, no, there's a wise Mexican man. You know what he told me? He was blind, too. You know what he said? No money, no honey.
No money, no honey.
I'm trying to tell you. I'll never forget that saying. Look, I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. That's one thing that happened on my journey. But I'm trying to tell you, man, the world is crazy, though. Because when I seen that Hawk Tour thing, oh, my gosh. And everybody was remixing it. Look. Oh, yeah. Hot shit. What is it? You remember? Bro, they was going wild, bro. Look, she putting hats out, merchandise, all because you said you was gonna do something that we know y'all do. Come shut up. Shut up. Daggone it. You know, I'm about tired of that. I'm being for real. I'm about tired of promiscuous. Hey, listen, you Jezebel women, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, all you hot Jezebel women. I love you. You look good. Stop acting like hoes in front of children.
Ouchie.
Okay, you feel me? That's all I'm saying now. You know, you got the right to do whatever you want to. I'm just saying to stop acting like hoes in front of children. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna keep it real. Where we come from, we keep it real.
And see, that's exactly what I'm saying. The influence, the popular influence. Now it's popular to be dumbed down. It's popular to be divided.
Yeah.
It's popular to hate.
Listen, it's popular to put people down and talk like. Listen, Kendrick Lamar is not like us. Nice song, good hook, good hit, good punch, good swing. Everything about it was punch at the big dogs, and I congratulate you. Did exactly what you did. But when they gave you a Grammy for calling another man a pedophile, what they really did was make themselves look stupid in the eyes of me, and that's just in the eyes of I. You want to give somebody, hey, let's talk about it. You want to congratulate a man for pointing out pedophilia. Thank you. I appreciate that. Now everybody's going back to their business. Look like this. They not like us. They not like us. Hey, I'm saying the same thing too. Y'all not like me. Y'all not like me. But at the end of the day, whatever you hear me say, just remember, it's me. It's what I see behind my two eyes. my own world. What you see behind your own world is your opinion. Don't get upset because I don't agree with you. This is what we call a disagreement. This happens in life. Disagreements happen. You have to, there's things such as disagreements and then arguments. Most people don't know how to disagree and it's called even.
I like to call it debating.
You know what I'm saying?
We can debate without being angry.
What's debating if not an aggressive arguing?
Nah, ain't no aggression in it.
You don't think
No
so?
aggression.
You don't think so?
Nah.
Hey, so when you prove a point,
when I go to a debate,
hear me out. When you prove a
they're
point,
not
what
aggressive.
happens? What happens when you prove a point, though? Excuse me.
Huh?
What happens when you prove a point?
Hopefully they agree or disagree and we move on.
I used to debate. You know what happens when we prove a point? When we know we got them, we do this right here.
Well, yeah, you're right.
Hey, look.
You're
Hey,
right.
look,
I'm
for real. For real.
guilty.
That's what we do in
I'm
debate.
super
Listen,
guilty
we
of
start
that.
smiling. We like,
I'm super guilty of that
look. And that's when you
when
like,
I know I'm
got
right, I'm
your
never
dumb
gonna take down.
I got
You
you
right.
now. Yeah.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? There's always that line. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the one thing about this world is the lines have just disappeared. When we were growing up, like you said,
Exactly my
the
point.
lines have disappeared.
It's
Yeah.
all about the group you're belonging to. How many of y'all in strength will agree? Because guess what? I can be completely right. They can be completely wrong. But as long as it's 7 of them against my 1, they're gonna drown me out.
Sure is right, but that's mass herd. That's the problem. Herd effect. That's what they've been doing, man.
That's the power of social media. To get like those people you're talking about, nonsense, as we would call it, bullshit, to become popular, notarized, and stamped to be some real shit. Because guess what? Me and my nephew was talking about style earlier.
Okay.
And I could be a notable person just by being stylish, even though I'm broke as fuck. I can look flyer than a motherfucker. I can have a whole group of people looking flyer than a motherfucker, but we all broke as fuck. But as long as they don't know, and as long as my group gonna carry ourselves, and especially, and I don't like putting things on genders, but if it's a fact, it's a fact. Like you catch the women, they get in their groups, they're all cute, they all broke, they all scamming, they all doing bullshit, and it's all accepted. Just like that music you're talking about that's ruining the lives and women and men that's listening to it.
Mass herd. Once you infect the
popular.
herd,
It's popular.
everybody else is done.
It's popular.
That's it.
I find myself riding to work listening to the most trap music, and I ain't doing none of that shit. But it's popular, it's jamming, and everybody listening to it. So I'm listening to it too.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
like, gotta find some balance in that. Get back to the realism of life, which is the hardest thing I feel to do right now, because everything's so fake.
To be honest with you, what's wrong is right and what's right is wrong in the world. Everything is turned upside down.
Illusions.
Illusion.
The whole world is a big illusion right now,
Sure
and it's
is
whatever
correct.
you can get people to believe.
That's it.
And I find myself believing my own illusions sometimes.
You can have
I
somebody.
don't really be lying, but I be withholding the truth sometimes. The whole truth, which is a motherfucking illusion. If I pull up shining every time you see me, you gonna think I'm rich, and I ain't rich. I just know how to dress and look presentable. But you know, that's an illusion that a lot of people would take.
See, the only problem is people are living everybody else's illusion instead of creating their own.
Say it again.
One more time.
That's the truth. People are living everybody else's illusions except creating their own.
Facts. Facts.
Everybody wants to be
Facts.
in the clique instead of creating the clique.
And what happens when you do that?
Shit,
you go astray from what's real. And then you become delusional in your own mind. And now you can't even grasp the truth anymore. And now everything you're seeing on social media, I don't believe it, but at the same time, I'm going to do something even more believable to make people believe when ain't nobody, like, you ain't living like that. Ain't living like that.
Yeah.
And I feel like if we go back to the way it used to be, which would never happen. Because how in a whole can you get a whole community to realize that, hey, if we stick together, we can make it. Especially when you got somebody over here eating all by themselves. I don't need you. Matter of fact, I'm going to go put my team on and we going to out-eat y'all. Next thing you know, you got this entity over there. Bruh, I'll never forget, I saw 2 lawn care services. They were black owned. They were arguing on who was going to mow this person's yard. One guy was arguing because I've been mowing this yard from this long. The other guy was like, well, he chose me to mow this yard, and this one guy's sitting here enjoying it all. When they could have came together, because one had a tree service, the other one had a lawn care, and he wanted both of them done. Yeah. So why don't you knock these trees down for me right quick while I knock this yard out? We can do it in half the time and both be on to the next mission. But instead, they wasted half a day sitting there arguing on who was going to take over. Like, it's so much division and competition on who's going to be the best, who's going to eat, when everybody could eat if they just do it the right way.
Man, I'm glad you said that, because today I had a call with someone on the phone today, and he was talking to me. He said, hey, bro, he's like, hey, I know we're about to get into this, this new label and everything, he's like, but what about competition and stuff like this? People are going to be posting. I said, why are you worrying about that? I said, you're doing what the opposition is doing.
Yeah.
Why are you worrying about how one is going to oppose or, what we're doing, more or less than worry about how we can better in what we're doing? That's not something you need to worry about. But everybody worries about competition, because I'm sorry, ever since you came up, you've been in a competition. When you go to school, they compete to see who can spell the best. When you go to school, they can see who can run the best. And if you run the best, you talk about you run the best, because guess what? Someone told you were the best.
Yeah.
How would you ever?
So you chase that, yeah.
You are literally chasing it from the beginning. From the beginning. You are literally chasing that gratification, that love. Like, you remember when you were young and your mama said, hey, go put this in the trash. And you went and put it in the trash, they said, yeah. From a little kid, you're always tracing instant gratification, admiration. You know what I'm saying? You are always chasing that. There's nothing you can outrun. The only people that don't do that, and the ones who create, are the ones that were shunned in the beginning. Why? Because they was taught to do shit on their own.
Yeah.
You name me one person who hasn't been through something. Yes. And I mean trauma A, B, C, or D in the ages between 7 and 13. And you put him in front of me, and you let him tell and see if he's gonna go along with everybody else. He's not. And I can tell you that why, because I was that boy. I was that boy and inflicted trauma A, B, C, and D, if you know the levels of trauma.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was that boy. But I taught to look for myself, fend up on my own. Because when you grow up around people who look at you and, like, you know what I'm saying, and see something in you, because you have an anger that is crazy. That they look at you and they paint this picture that you're this bad person. And the only thing you ever want to do was good. You know what I'm saying? That's the downfall.
So what was your turning point in that?
My turning point?
Was there somebody that came into your life, some life-changing event? Did you just wake up one day and just be like, man, I gotta quit tripping, man. Let me, I gotta be my own. Like, how did you overcome that?
How I overcame that? I did. Never overcame that. It's still there. It's always going to be there. The only thing I can do is that's it. One thing I don't like when people say, and you may hear people say this, they'll be like, oh, hey, I don't like you when you're upset. Or I don't like you when you act like that. I'm glad you told me that, because you'll never be able to accept the full me.
Thank you.
Because I can be aggressive at times. I can be mean.
I feel like that's where true love is.
You sure is right. I'm telling you. Look, honestly,
if somebody really loves you,
they're gonna
gonna make all these excuses why they can't.
I'm trying to tell you.
They're gonna love that drug addict in you.
Right.
They're gonna love that anger. They're gonna love all of that because it's who you are. They're just gonna encourage you to do something different.
I'm trying to tell you. That's how you can always notice somebody who ain't supposed to be in your circle. They'll always nitpick and tell you about what you do like you don't know what the fuck you do.
And see, that's why, man, social media is the greatest tool I've ever saw. Because the broad range of reach that you could go across the world and back instantly, you can't beat that. Okay. You know, the things I get on Facebook and see every day, I probably would have seen once or twice in my natural life, in real life. Yeah. But at the same time, the access we had growing up was not the same. And I think that is one of the biggest differences. Because guess what? I couldn't make this whole persona of being rich or nothing like that with the people that see me every day that know how I'm living. They may be loaning me money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't get around the people that see you, that's with you every single day. But this broad reach of social media, you can paint all these pictures that unless someone knows you personally. And with that being said, man, a lot of people get so delusional that they forget who the fuck they are.
Thank you. Listen, I ain't forgot who I am.
I ain't forget.
Hey, listen, I'm still that same homie dog. Listen, just because I make music don't mean I feel like I'm the shit. Don't mean like I feel like my shit don't stink. When I take the shit, I hold my own nose. You know what I'm saying? I'm a human just like everybody else. I'm not a human. I call myself a spirit, but you know what I'm trying to say for the sake of social conversation. This world that we living in right now, bro, it's gonna take not one, not two, not three, but everyone individually to see the world for what it is. Most people see a world full of opportunities. Most people see a world to go be big and do this. Do I want to go to the top because of my music? Yes, I do. But what do I want it for? I thought about this question. What do I really want?
That's a good question.
To be a millionaire, big money, doing the little playing the guitar, smiling at faces, shaking hands, signing babies' hands. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, what do I want to do that for? And you know what it is? Comfortability. Just to be comfortable. Just to be comfortable. On my end, I just want to be comfortable. But I also know that my family has things they want, and I love my family.
Check this out, DHILL.
What's up?
And I like to keep a lot of things personal. This podcast is called Touch a Nerve for a reason. Okay. And man, I don't mind being truthful, honest, open. I put a lot of my personal life into this. And with that being said, I have found myself, feeling enslaved. Once again, a talented young man, we can relate being multi-talented. I get held accountable to a whole nother level than I feel as what society would call a normal person, everyday go to work type of person. Man, I can sing, I can draw, I can do all of these different things. So people expect me to live up to that every single day. I got to be this ballin' ass dude that every time I pull up, I got to be, man, that is so much pressure on me that I got to wake up and be 1,000% of myself, and I got to outshine, and I got to do this, and I got to do that. And if I don't pull up riding foreign today, if I pull up looking less than perfect, if I pull up walking, not rich as whatever, man, I'm gonna be talked about, criticized. I'm gonna be pushed down so low that it's almost to be unlivable. Which that is crazy to be enslaved to a image. Which is crazy that me just being myself is all I've ever done. But people keep that image on you that you got to be that person, that version of yourself. Like, you can't be the mad version of yourself because you're supposed to be this cool dude.
You're supposed to be this cool dude.
How you mean your feelings hurt when you're supposed to be this womanizing
but it's
guy?
cold
Like,
guy. Yeah,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
But you got to think, though, man. Listen, you got to think. And the reason I want to say this is, listen, you got to think. Them people, who else they looking up to? So when you ever feel like you feeling enslaved, just know you're not being enslaved. That's not the term for it. You feeling the pressure of you. You may think that it's other people looking at you.
You're right.
but it's really your mind saying, and that's your spirit, your soul saying, hey, come on, bro. You know, if you fall off, you're gonna feel this way. It's not about them feeling it. That's your mind, that's your intuition telling you, like, bro, listen, keep going, because if you don't, you're gonna feel like this.
So have you never had a moment to where someone came with that aha on your ass? To where you first started doing your music.
Yeah.
And you started being confident, you got people liking it, then you had that one aha motherfucker that caught you hit a wrong string and was like, you're not that talented person that I thought.
I love those guys. You know why? Because they those guys right there keep me on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Before I even take flight, somebody like, you know, you can work on your guitar skills a little more. And I'm like, you sure is right. I sure can. You know, I'm not, you know, too overgrown to learn.
But guess what? Most of those people aren't even doing what they criticize.
Sure ain't. And that's the beauty of the world, ain't it?
And that's what makes it so easy to criticize something you've never done.
But you gotta think about it this way, Swerve. Listen, if you thought good came down here without evil lurking around it, come on now, man. Devil always got to send somebody when the daggone soldier the good comes down.
It's like, man, just like doing this podcast, it's taking practice to be able to converse in a sound mind, stay on topic, and all of that.
I feel myself
I can see a big difference. I can just see a big difference from our first podcast to now, just the comfortability and being able to do it. When I first started, I was talking about how hot we was gonna be. Boy, I'm gonna be doing this. I'm gonna shine. I'm gonna do this, and gotta like Aaron. You mean will you bring us in? Cause I froze up because until you're in those shoes, you really don't know what you're gonna do. You don't even know your capabilities. That's why a lot of these stars that flourish to the top, that's how they get there, because they didn't know they was the stars they are in the beginning.
So somebody told them. And now that goes back to what I want to tell you about people talking. One thing that I've noticed and one thing that I've learned on my journey is that the almighty word comes from everywhere. The omnipotent, the almighty, the celestial energy, the
I'm gonna have to go
being.
look that up. Omnipotent.
You know what I'm saying? It means everywhere at all times. Omnipotent, everywhere at all times. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing I talk about. Listen, if you know something, don't hold it over someone's head. Tell them. Don't act like you've got the keys to the fucking castle.
That's one of the biggest downfalls. Withholding information, resources.
Because as long as you're dumb, you have to look up. Just remember that.
So, since we're talking about gatekeeping,
boy, that's a strong one there.
Can you talk about?
That's what it's called, gatekeeping.
Yeah, it's called gatekeeping.
Thank you.
So, since we're talking about not gatekeeping, what information would you give to an up and coming artist that's coming up around your area, Bristol, Tulsa, Broken Arrow, all that around?
What I would tell them, I would tell them always anticipate the UCs. What are UCs? Some people may call it adversity. I call it unintended consequences. You cannot go from point A to point B to point C without any unintended consequences. So listen, if you're thinking you're having problems, I'm going to correct that right now. This is what I call the adventurous mindset. This is what I do. I'm on an adventure, okay? Now, when we came down here, we had a whole bunch of people telling us what we had to do, what we need to do to survive here, right? Cool, but they also said what? Enjoy, have fun, live life, okay?
Right.
Listen, you know what you want to do. You know what you have to do. You don't know what the fuck's going to happen between what you have to do and what you want to do.
Yes.
This is what I call unintended consequences. You have to keep your eyes open for them, because unintended consequences is what causes people to go drive crazy and kill themselves. Okay, and let me explain it further. You have a routine, okay? You have a routine that you have. Okay, now let's say you work the same job for 3 years. Right. So the Monday is just like the Tuesday. Why? Because you already done it, right?
Right.
Okay, so when you go in there, what's the first thing you say? Oh, shit. Oh, I'm in this motherfucker again.
Yep.
You know, this is what you say because you've already been there. So you already have this vision of what the day's going to be like, okay? And you're set on it. I know, man, they going to go. And then when someone comes, like the boss come in, listen, Hey man, listen, you wasn't making a quota in time. You didn't think he was gonna come say that bullshit to me today. Hey, you feel me? Yep. Look, now what you got? A problem.
Thanks.
And this is just a what? Yeah. An unintended consequence of your life that you've been doing while you were, you know what I'm saying? It was unintended. You didn't know it was coming. But the consequence, what? Fell on you. You always have to look out for those. Because unintended consequence, adversity, whatever you want to call it, that is what makes your life. It is what gives you the story. How would you know if that girl the girl had a fat ass and she was shaking it, if she didn't pop up out of nowhere and start shaking that motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? I'm being dead serious. Right. Unintended consequence can be good and bad, but you have to look for the good and the bad, man. You cannot have good without bad, man. And that's why I be trying to tell people, man, because people see me, they see I'm always peace and love, I'm always loving, because this is who I'm striving to be. I have been a dog, a gorilla, silverback before. You know what I'm saying? Roaming in the darkness like a fool, running with tools. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's lived that life. And let me tell you another something, young niggas, YNs, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Let me tell you another thing, bro. Check this out, bro. Listen.
You better listen to Uncle over here.
You riding on your homies because of some female, because of some money, because of some drugs, because of something he talk differently. That's not adequate enough to ride on somebody, bro. When you ride on somebody because they done something to your family, your people. Dang. It's not about principles. And if it is about principles, it's the principles of the fact of the family or the people that you with. It's not about just shooting people for fun. We don't shoot people for fun.
Say that.
That's not cool.
It's not.
It's not. It's not cool at all, bro. It's not. That's somebody's sister, that's somebody's brother, that's somebody's uncle, that's somebody's grandma, that's somebody's mama. It runs that deep, bro. And I'm gonna tell you right now, bro, and I get emotional about shit like this because I cannot fucking stand it. I can't fucking stand it at all, bro. We, as people, and I mean white, black, Asian, it don't matter where you come from. You are a spirit. You bleed like everybody else. You breathe like everybody else, whether it be through your nose, through your mouth. You all have to breathe the same air. We all breathe the same air. Why are we using the same air that it has given us life to take life? It's the only question I want to know. If you ask me, have I killed somebody? No, I have not killed anybody. Have I pulled a gun on people? Yeah, I pulled guns on people. I already told you I was a dog, a silverback. Was it cool? No. Do I still think about it to this day? Yes, I do. I can tell you where I was at. Walmart parking lot, Clamwood, acting stupid. Where else? Daggone Bristol, Oklahoma, acting stupid. Where else? Tulsa, Oklahoma, acting stupid. But what I'm saying is this, man. There's too much life out here in this world to try to take someone else's when you can take a hold of yours. That's the problem. Too many people want to look elsewhere. Someone wants to talk to God, but yet they go ask somebody else about God instead of talking to God themselves. They want to talk to someone else about, hey man, listen, I'm having problems. I do it too, but I'm working on myself though. I'm working, and nobody's here perfect. And that's what I'm also here to tell you today too. And I'm glad y'all have me on the podcast so I can tell everybody, bro, listen, you're not supposed to get it right, bro. Don't try to get it right. Because guess what? Everybody is trying to get it right out here. Nobody knows the almighty way. They give us the Bible, and then they say that this is the way. And then they tell us that this is basic instructions before leaving Earth. Okay, well, where's the intermediate and the advanced? And if it is out there, please tell us. Please tell us, because I want to know.
And see, DHILL, that's why I always revert back to our traditional way of life, because it seems like that's the only thing that's proven to work. We've done all this evolving since then, and I feel like we've depreciated as a being, as a whole.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the way we grew up, the way things were before all this technology and crazy shit.
Yeah. It's different. And the reason, and you know how you were saying about, you know what I'm saying, how, you know, social media has helped, you know what I'm saying, it also has done bad, you know what I'm saying. Ever since social media came, there's been a lot of higher, you know, suicide ratings and everything else going on because of social media. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that everybody gets sidetracked and focused on one side, but you can't have one without the other, and I cannot stress that enough. You can't have good without the bad. That's why I'm so scared to go up to the top. But I'm also courageous. You know what I'm saying? I can be scared and still go out there and fight.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a true man.
You fucking right. You know what I'm saying? When you know who you are, man. There's no point in trying to be the next person when you don't even know who you are. And that's what everybody's trying to do. They're trying to be like the next person before they even know who they are. And then when the next person lead them down, they sit in jail. They sit there looking like, man, he ain't do nothing for me. Why? Because you was living his dream, bro.
Check this out, D here. I ain't never tried to live for the next person. But at the same time, like I was saying earlier about the pressure, I find myself trying to relive every day one version of me. The best version of me, which is impossible to be perfect every single day. But you have your peers, you may have your family, your spouse that hold you to this perfect image every day. You just can't do that.
But ask yourself, what is this perfect image? What is perfection that everybody's striving for?
In my mind, the perfect image is slavery.
It's like, I mean, and hey, listen.
Because there's no way I can be perfect for you.
Hey, listen.
I can be perfect for me every day.
I don't want to say slavery.
And if I'm perfect for you every day, I'm enslaved to your expectations.
Subjugated. Let's use that word. Subjugated. Not slavery. Not enslaved. Because you know we ain't slaves.
Look up subjugated.
Yeah, we subjugated. Like you know what I'm saying. Like you know when someone's over you. You know what I'm saying. Like you know you've been subjected to their, you know what I'm saying, their will, you know what I'm saying? You want to look it up because I don't want to be wrong, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be sitting there like subjugation.
I believe I know the version, but I want to know for sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to and another thing, y'all, listen, this is real. Listen, when you don't know something, listen, go look it up.
I don't mind asking.
Okay, so listen, subjugation, the action of bringing someone or something under domination or control.
Thank you for looking it up.
Yeah, true that.
For us and the viewers.
Yeah, because that is true, yo. Like, you know, but that is true. Listen, we are under subjugation. We are. If you don't understand that, then go look at the United States. And if you don't understand, if you feel like you're big dog and you're walking around probably listening to this podcast like, man, I ain't subjugated, man, I'm free, I can do whatever the fuck I want. Go throw a rock through a fucking business window and see how free your ass is. You know what I'm saying? See how free your ass is and see how quick they put your ass in jail. Like this is real out here. You have to understand this illusion that everyone said this world is this. Just know, you didn't create that illusion. That illusion was inflicted upon you.
Just like you said earlier, that's why so many homies on t-shirts. That's why so many homies locked up. I find myself in positions where I'm out there showing my ass because y'all got me fucked up and I gotta show that. Because if I don't show that, I'm a coward. This, that, and that. All these people will perceive me a certain way. When at the end of the day,
it's on you, Swerve. And you know what? Hey, listen, Swerve, I'm gonna tell you that. Listen, from what I heard, listen, I'm gonna tell you this, bro. Listen, Swerve, man, listen. The same people, and I'm gonna tell the world this too. Listen, the same people that'll praise your name when you did a good job is the same people that's gonna dog your name when you do a bad job. Same people, and don't matter if they family or not. That's the bad thing about it.
It hurt though.
It hurt. Oh, but the truth hurts though. The truth hurts. And you know the only reason that is because guess what? Everybody under the world's illusion, baby. What did Samuel Jackson say before? What did he say? This is the biggest game. Look, the biggest game. He did say motherfucker. You know,
I call him Mr. Motherfucker.
Yeah, for real.
I mean,
hey, but for real though, man. Like on some real shit, on a real tip though, like for real, you know, unity over everything. Listen, if you was somebody who trying to invoke you to do gangster, quote unquote gangster shit, let me tell you something. Gangsters don't do gangster shit unless it's provoked to do gangster shit.
Say that again.
Just remember that. All gangsters don't just go out trying to find stuff. We don't do that. We protect. That's what men do. That's what we're sitting here to protect. Not, you know what I'm saying? What do you say? not run around with the stick like, hey, I got this on me and I'm full of the perkies. Yeah. I'm finna go get one. This is crazy, bro. It's really crazy, man. Because the world is, oh my goodness, the world is really something, man. But
so in a nutshell, man, we need to go back to unity, and I feel like it all starts in the household.
Yeah.
It all starts in what you grew up with, what you're taught. And I mean, you can't go out and change the world because, man, I find myself tirelessly doing all these outreach type of things to help people. And like you say, I need help my damn self.
Man, bro.
And I've come to realize that is absolutely correct. Man. The first place to start is within myself, with my children, my family, my peers. And that'll project on with other people as they do the same thing. So the best thing to do is take care of yourself. Mm-hmm. Stick to your values.
Yeah. Stick to what you know.
Your values.
Don't try to be nobody else either. You know what I'm saying? Stick to what you know. Because first of all, once you try hard to fit in, it's going to seep through your pores. And when you can't fit in, it's going to seep through their pores. So either way, vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like real rap, just be you. Because I'm telling you, you were sent down here with everything you need. Everything.
And one thing I've come to realize, everybody has a tribe. Sometimes you may not want to be accepting of your own tribe until they accept you and make you realize, hey, this is where you belong, baby.
Yeah. That's crazy, boy. I tell you, I like this little touch nerve, boy. I'm trying to tell you, boy. It's for real, man. This world is getting crazy out here, man. It really is, man. I mean, and listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. You want to talk about unity? I'm gonna tell you one thing. Good luck on the dog, boy. They crazy out here, boy. Hey, look. It ain't I ain't got faith. I ain't saying I got faith. I'm just saying, motherfucker crazy. And if you don't think motherfucker crazy, think about the 80s crack epidemic. We say the 90s, it was 80 cocaine, 90 crack, 2000 methamphetamine ecstasy, 2010. Now you got Fetty was coming around in, Fetty and all that stuff. Now we in Fettyville. Think about it. If you're not crazy, listen, everything that's been going on has been for one reason, to distract you and to defer you from who you truly are. That's all I'm saying. I hope they don't read this podcast too much. I may get shot over saying too much shit.
Get your own motion, have your own motion.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you.
With that being said, we really gonna have to talk about the motion.
Yeah? What's up?
That got to be our next pod.
Yeah, motion, man.
Motion.
Hey, listen, I say slow motion, as long as I make a motion, baby. Good,
Some motion better than no motion.
Yeah. Oh, bro, that's what I was gonna tell you about what you said. Oh my gosh. When you said about people having what you say? People was looking up to about not seeing where you supposed to be, how they'll be think you here. Yeah. Bro, listen, I can understand that. I totally can, because people think, they'll see you, they think you're supposed to be here, and they'll have this picture of you, and then they'll be talking to you like you ain't been out. And just FYI, I just started playing back in July. Okay,
boy.
So everybody that's sitting over here telling me, hey, you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong,
That's amazing.
Like I started my journey in North Dakota. 2019, I was playing up there, playing guitar. You know what I'm saying? Went to St. Louis. I had a wreck. I had to wait a little bit, and I came back out here in July of last year. You know what I'm saying? And people have been sitting there, oh, you're moving. People be telling me, oh man, you need to be this, and I'm like, bro, I'm just having fun. It's a journey. You know what I'm saying? But I can understand what you were saying about people holding high standards over here when you really just trying to do this. That's why I always say.
And guess what?
You gotta go back to yourself.
90% of those people aren't entertainers, can't sing.
No.
But they hold you accountable to be this big star.
Come on, man. We in America. We opinionated. We the only country that talks so much shit. If you don't believe me, go sit around a Mexican brother. Go sit around a Mexican who speak English. Even though he speak English, he be like, look, won't say nothing. You sit around a Chinese dude. I'm being real. Sit around a Chinese dude. Look, sit around a Chinese dude. Nothing. Sit around a dude from Germany. Same thing. Scotland. Same thing. Africa. Shoot, they won't say shit to you, boy. Hey, look, African, look. Hey, what's up, man? Look. So,
man.
Just like this. We are the only people who talk the most shit.
We are.
Look, if you don't believe it, look it up.
We are.
Look it up. Hey, listen, but everybody want to be like Americans because we talk shit. Look, for real. Let somebody in Japanese trying to go over there and talk some shit, Kim Jong-un. You know what I'm saying? Let him go talk shit to Kim Jong-un. Look, they believe he ain't got no Buddha hole. You know they gonna kill him. You know what I'm saying? They believe he ain't got no Buddha hole. They really gonna kill him. Kim Jong-un killing people for real. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping it real. Shoot, y'all better wake up. This world crazy as hell out here.
Yeah.
And when you a sane man like me, I'd be walking around like, what the fuck? People call me insane.
You ain't insane, man. You all right.
Shit.
You all right with me.
Shit. God damn.
You all right with touching nerve over here.
You know what I'm
They call the
saying?
craziest ones are the most competent. They just want you to think you're crazy because they know you're on to
You
them.
show is right, man.
That man, that's
They know
spirit be
you're on
talking
to
to
they
you.
bullshit.
Yep.
That spirit be talking.
You gotta listen. You gotta listen. That's real rap, man. That is.
You got anything for that before we move?
Hey, man, I just gotta say thank you to El Charo and Sal. I appreciate y'all. Y'all,
Ooh, the food was delicious.
Yeah, that's
food was
good
hidden.
food.
Cuckoo.
That tower was hidden, boy.
Yeah.
100 shots.
Yeah.
Hey.
If you're ever in Coffeyville, Kansas, please come to El Charo. You will not be disappointed.
It's delicious.
The food was great. The ambiance was great. The staff was pleasant. I enjoyed myself.
Hey, thank you to Vincent Creative, man.
Yo.
Hey,
Shout out, Vince.
we love you, man.
You know what I'm talking
we
about?
love you.
Oh,
We love you.
He said he ain't white, he light skinned. You know what I'm saying? He light skinned. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing I want to say. Hey, yo, listen,
Yeah.
black folk, stop giving white folks such a hard time.
Hey.
Alright? Stop giving white folks such a hard time. They
'Cause
don't
they
know no
can cook.
better.
They can cook.
Listen to me, they don't know no better. They been talking, we was dumb as hell. They don't know no better. Shut up. Come on, you be alright. Dude, I got white family. I'm trying to tell you. Listen, my mama white. Love you, mama. My nieces, they Caucasian. Love you.
yeah.
I mean, listen, come on, y'all. We gonna have to get rid of it. Listen, we all know this term. I'm gonna leave with this. We all know this term racism been going around forever. Now let me tell you a little bit about facts, and I'm about to pull a 607. Okay, gang. Let me tell you, gang. Okay, listen. So back in the day, gang. Okay, Africans used to hang that albino people. Okay. Nowadays, and then back in there, okay, a little bit down. Then white folks is hanging African people. Okay, so karma, gang. You know what I'm saying? Gang. You know what I'm saying? Karma, gang. Hey, listen. We're gonna push past the racism because at the end of the day, remember, everything is on you. And I'm gonna tell you that the truth because the world right now, everything's up for the taking. And
Check
if you
this
don't
out,
believe
D.
it, look.
Most of the
wake up.
racism I see be within my own country.
You sure is right, nigga.
My
Can't stand
white
nigga.
friends,
Man,
I love you, all my
No.
white friends, because you love me too,
I'm
and
trying-
you ain't scared to do it. And
man.
hey, my white friend love the fuck out my ass. My Spanish friends love the fuck out my ass. It's these black people.
Hey,
It's colors.
I say it. It's you hating ass niggas. I call them Hans. It's you Hans. You Han Solo ass niggas. You hating ass niggas. You know what I'm talking about? Shoot. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell the truth though. Tell the truth, shame the devil. You remember when they told you that in church? Tell the truth, shame the devil, nigga. You know what I'm saying? For real, stop hating on another black person. How you gonna hate on someone that look like you? What are you talking about? I do it all the time though.
I live in a check this idea. I don't know about where you stay at. I know it's a small town. You know what I'm saying? But where I stay at, it's less than 2% black people.
Shit. Where you stay at? Shit, you better have that thing on you.
Yeah, it's less than 2%, and out of those 2% is the biggest competition you will ever see.
And you know what? You want me to tell me why? You want me to tell you something?
Tell me. Reporting live.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you
Reporting
this.
live. DHILL on the pod.
If you had 24 kings
24K,
in one building,
one bit.
how much work gonna get done?
Again.
Hey. Hold on. I was buffering and bullshit when you said that. Now I'm comprehending.
You damn right.
That sounds like we gotta say it Oklahoma wise where they can understand it. Too many chiefs
We got too many chiefs.
Huh.
How much work gonna get done?
And that's exactly where we're at.
Everybody want to be the king.
Everybody want to be the top.
And you know what's so think about it is, listen, and I'm gonna tell y'all some wise from an old hustler. While you sitting out here, thank you, the king. Just remember, you always gonna be the right hand. You think you the king, but you gotta go to the king to get your pack, homie dog. So guess what? You ain't the king, you ain't the plug, you just the right hand. And to be honest with you, some of y'all ain't even the right hand. Some of y'all just the peasant. He's the peasant. He letting y'all run for. So just remember who the real king is, because guess what? The king only makes moves. The king don't talk to nobody but other kings. Just remember that. So if you gotta go through somebody to go get your bud, just remember, you ain't nowhere near the king. Sit down. I'm keeping it real.
Well,
look,
you heard it.
You heard that here on Touch a Nerve.
There's no reason. Look, I don't see it. Hey, listen. If I'm king, I'm monkey king. Hey, you feel me? Look, if I king, I'm monkey king. I'm gonna sit around and boogie all day. What's up? What y'all doing? Oh, we king? Oh yeah, we got all this money. We don't care. What's up? How y'all doing? I'm still gonna be mean. Because listen, at the end of the day, if you're not you think you just gonna walk into heaven? Or is you gonna run into hell? Because the only person knows you being you is the one that you can't see. But he can always, he, she, it can always see you. So while you're out here trying to be cool for everybody else, just remember, at the end of the day, so they say, there's only one person you got to answer to at the end. So whatever you do, that's why I say, may all you desire be easy to acquire, but let all things be done in love. And that's Devontae Hill. Because I'm telling you, I try to do everything in love. Because I know how bad I can get. I know how evil I can get. Once you see the demon inside of you, you will run towards the light. And if you don't believe that, go ask someone who sees the demon in themselves.
Boy.
And that was the benediction from Devontae Hill. You heard it on Touch a Nerve.
It ain't on me, it's in me. Like Keisha say, hey, yo, shout out Fuzzy. You feel me?
Hey.
Shout out Fuzzy. It ain't in me, it's on. There we go. I'm dyslexic sometimes, Fuzzy, but I got you though. I ain't perfect, man. I told you I'm perfectly made. But
man, I'm so glad you was on our podcast, man. Hey, I'm so glad to have you, dog.
Man, it was cool to come up here and chill with y'all, man.
Hey, I loved it.
Anytime, come back.
Heck yeah, man. This was fun, man. It really was, man. Sit down and chop it up.
Yeah, I'm going to close it out with Sweet Tooth Crenshaw and,
Me?
good looking fella over here, man. Good looking fella. That's a good looking dude, man.
Thank you, man.
And DJ Crenshaw and DHILL.
Man, tell them where they can find you.
Oh yeah, listen, be sure to check out DHILL Music. That is just one word, DHILL Music. That's on all platforms. I got a new song out called Oklahoma Boys. It came out in December. Like, got the video out. There's a song called Tasting Right. Me and Kid 3 we did.
Oh, you on a song with Kid 3?
Yeah, Kid, it's called Tasting Right. I don't know if he sent you that.
Nah, man, he said,
I got another song coming out here, yo. Stay tuned. It's called Got My Heart, yo. Just wait, it's gonna be a lovable banger. It's gonna be a lovable banger. Yes, indeed. So, yo. But appreciate y'all having me, man.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
it's
Big
been a
shout out to
pleasure.
Crenshaw Swerve. You know what I'm talking about? Touch a Nerve. Hey, yo, Aaron, appreciate you, man. Hey, when you get back, hey, do your thing, man. Because I'm watching. Hey, really, I'm watching y'all.
Yeah, well, we gonna go ahead and close it out. We out.
Peace.
Let's set the record straight about the country way. It ain't got nothing to do with color or how much money you made. It's the way you were raised to walk by faith. Work hard and give God the glory and the praise. I was told